What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D coming to you all from Fina Entertainment News. Toya tries so hard to ice you out, that's ridiculous, like she never played dirty and talk ish about you. They all think by bringing sweet tea you will be pressed, but the gag is that you are very smart, keep not reacting the way they want you to, and that's why you're TV gold and they don't. If the next season you decide to bring some mess towards Toya, she better take it like you did because I can't stand the double standard, okay? Quad responded, what you said. Oh, so now they're icing you out? Like you did with the other girls towards Mariah, the creator of the show, the person who gave you a home, put a roof over your head, and all of that when you needed it, the person who introduced you to her circle and you ended up marrying a doctor, that woman. Yes, the both of you had your ups and downs, back and forth, and all of that. She even fought somebody else who is still on the show, but you ganged up with those women against her, and she was iced out of her own show. And the only reason why I'm even watching the show is not only because of Letitia, because I don't like people bullying people, but it's because I also noticed Mariah's name is still in the credits as an executive producer. And since Mariah is still getting credit for her show, I'm like, okay, you know what? Even though she's not on it, I can still go ahead and watch because she's getting credit for something that she created. They knew you were the more relatable, prettiest, and absolute favorite, so they gathered for a takedown. Ooh, okay. Mariah coded. All of the gorgeous ones were bumped off the show. Quad responded, oh, baby, you haven't seen nothing yet. They all gathered for a takedown. Sounds familiar, Quad? One thing about them tables, one thing about them tables. Not saying that Quad deserves this. All I'm saying is that Mariah used to say these things, and Quad and the other ladies used to say, we're not doing that. That's not true. Here goes Quad responding to comments about being iced out and the ladies planning a takedown and how she's the prettiest. I'm not even going to get into that. Anyways, I'm just pointing out the obvious. That's it. Now she's blaming editing and screwed up narrative about her. That whole episode was foolish. The show is married to medicine. If you're not married to medicine, what is your purpose of continuing? Why do you care if they like you? You are fabulous. Move on with your life. Are we even watching or have been watching the same show all these seasons? It's okay to love a cast member, but the other ladies are right in terms of Miss Quad not being willing to take accountability for anything she has done to others. I appreciate that she is willing to move on and build a bridge, but she wants her feelings to be validated without her validating other people's. I love Miss Quad, but she is wrong for that. And lastly, before we get into Heavenly switching up on Quad yet again, all these women turned their back on Mariah, who created this show. So I don't feel sorry for Quad. All I can say is karma.
Yes, I was in her house and I was very polite, and I told her, don't talk to me crazy. Because Quad getting her feelings real easy. She really does. And that's why she's good TV, honestly, because she really be mad off of nothing to me, or maybe it's something to her. I'm not going to say it's nothing. But my thing is, Carlos, I can't say whether Quad is really mad because of Sweet Tea or Quad is really mad because they didn't pay her more because Sweet Tea was coming on, and I know I probably can't say these things, but I'm gonna say, what are you mad about, girl? You know what I'm saying? You tried to renegotiate your contract, you really did, and it didn't work, and you came in 3-4 weeks later, therefore we didn't see you. That's why I was so happy to see her at the bridal shower, because I didn't know if Quad was coming at all. So are you mad because of Sweet Tea being on the show, or are you mad because you couldn't capitalize that Sweet Tea is on the show? That's my question. And I love Quad. I'm just saying. I want to know what the beef is, and I'm just breaking the fourth wall a little bit. But what's your beef, girl? Because when we finish filming, and this is a fact, Quad is not our friend off camera. Like, she don't call us. She don't reach out to us. She with the housewives girls, them girls that be going to the thing, and and they looking for men, and I get that they go to Kenya and Nairobi, Kenya, and all over there to Africa and try to find the men, and they, thirst trapping for the gram, and they naked and all of that. Quad with them women. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't calling no names, but you know who they are. Just look back at the pictures. But what I'm saying to you is Quad don't be with us after that. I speak to Simone, I speak to Jackie, I speak to Toya speaks to Simone. So inadvertently, we all keep up with each other. So when the cameras start rolling, Quad starts reaching back out or don't. This year, and I know Quad gonna be mad. I know she's gonna be mad, but this is my truth. This is what I really think. I had not heard from Quad since the reunion. Now, this is before I took a picture with Sweet Tea. I get that you're going to use this as a scapegoat, saying, yeah, you took a picture with my... Quad don't give a damn about that girl. She don't. I'm telling you, she don't. She didn't give a damn about that man, in my opinion. She might have at one point in time. I just never thought she was just that into him.
Okay.
I just never, for me, knowing her, she might say she was at one point in time taking care of her since the day he met her. Now, if Mariah is a liar, I don't know. But Mariah said that she was living with her and then Dr. G took her in. Don't get the story wrong.
Mariah Huq allegedly said that Quad was living with her and her husband.
The word she used was homeless. Now, I don't think Quad was homeless in a sense that she didn't have a place to stay, because she would have went back to Memphis and stayed with her mama. However, I think when Quad came here, she was staying with a dude who was Mariah's cousin. Y'all all know it. And the dude went to jail. And then they evicted her from the apartment. So she was in transition from a place to stay. She had to find a job. And Mariah, being that was her cousin and Quad and her were good friends, she took Quad in. So now when Quad met Dr. G took her in and started taking care of her. Now, I think they stayed in an apartment, or they stayed, and then they moved in together before they got married.
Exactly my point. You sit on panels, not Dr. Heavenly, but Quad with Dr. Heavenly, okay? Sit on these different panels, dragging and coming for Letitia, this woman who's a veteran, who came with a job and also came with her own money, no debt, no bills, and still working. She kept her job.
I was a medic in the Air Force. So I've been around a lot of healthcare professionals. The colonels, the majors, the captains, they were all doctors. I was a pharmacy tech. I worked with the pharmacists. I worked in toxicology labs. I worked in medical billing.
I am a program coordinator. Since I moved to Atlanta about a year and a half ago, I've been working as a program coordinator. I've been doing that for a private entity for the government. What is your career, Jackie? Not really your friends. I used to be a pharmacy tech in the Air Force Reserves, and then I went on active duty for a year, and I worked for the intelligence community for a while, too, before moving to Atlanta.
Was there more context to the access to the money comment? Was something edited out because that comment by itself was cringy? She responded, of course it was. I said it jokingly, and they only aired a portion of that conversation. I have always had my own. I moved in with no bills. I had a car, made over 6 figures, and I'm a veteran in the Air Force. Quad came on the show, living with Mariah, cousin. He went to jail, and then Dr. G came and took her in, and like he said, he was paying her bills and all of that. And yet y'all want to sit around and laugh at Letitia, all because Bravo is choosing to not highlight her amazing career. Like, she said it once, we heard it, but every single Instagram live or different videos or panels you see them on, they attempt to downplay this woman as if she's not a career woman. And that's the reason why I keep repeating those videos in my videos, to show you all that she is a career woman. And even if she wasn't working and she would stay at home and her husband was doing everything, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that it's not cool to downplay someone when you came from humble beginnings as well. We knew this. If you watch Married in Medicine, you know the story. My point is the hypocrisy. 10 seasons later, of course, she have her house now and she's doing well because Bravo been cutting that check. But she too came from humble beginnings as well. And I don't want to keep inserting videos in here that's going to turn this video into an hour. But for those of you who saw the Instagram live with B. Scott, it was one of those videos where Quad was throwing shade. If you missed that, go to the Married to Medicine playlist to watch that. When the whole $14,000 situation happened, where Letitia had to pay that within 48 hours before her wedding, Quad was on there talking about, I would have paid the entire thing, but I didn't want to step on, my ex-husband's toes. She threw some shade in that as it relates to the wedding being at the location where it was and how her wedding was bigger. And it was just all of these things. And it's just like, okay, we get it. You think that you have elevated and you're financially stable and able, but don't downplay this woman as if she's not doing well for herself. And you've had 10 seasons. This is her first. Give her a chance. But anyways, let's move on.
And then they got the house. But I don't think he was lying when he said, I've been taking care of you since the day I met you.
Heavenly shade towards Quad did not stop there. Everything that she's been saying about Letitia is exactly what she said about Quad. Basically how she said Dr. G downgraded from Quad to Letitia. Now she's saying that Dr. G downgraded from potentially dating Phaedra to getting married to Quad and all of that. But I do have a separate video and something else that's going on social media that I want to talk about. I'm going to save that for a separate video. Quad is also now saying that they want to silence her. Due to this alleged tick down and icing her out, she wrote, well, you have 2 more episodes and then I'm gone. Okay. Now, yes, I do remember, may her soul rest in peace, Quad did lose her niece, but Married to Medicine filming was over or at the end of filming when that happened. I don't think Quad is going to be leaving the show because of that. Get hop on social media and make it look like she only have 2 more episodes because they are phasing her out, icing her out, or trying to do a tick down, like what happened to Mariah. I don't think she will go that low and do something like that. Also, if it was at the end of filming, Quad decided not to talk about it. Hopefully, she will open up about it at the reunion. But I completely understand the decision of saying, you know what, I'm not going to make losing my niece into a storyline, even though it is a reality TV show. And that is her reality. I completely understand if she made that decision to just grieve in private and be with her family. And I do wish her peace and I pray for her family. I did a video on it. For those of you who did not watch that video, Quad niece drowned in her pool. So I'm keeping the family lifted in my prayers. I'm wishing all of you well and take care.
My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.